Let's travel from Belgium to Germany. Fortunately, there are a lot of great options to travel between these two countries by rail. But which should we take? German railway flagship Intercity Express, or ICE? Or Belgian and French high-speed giant Thalys? In this video, we're going to weigh the pros and cons of each of these services to determine which is the best way to get from Brussels in Belgium to Cologne or Cologne in Germany. First, let's talk about our two destinations. Brussels is not only the capital of Belgium, it is also where the European Union is headquartered, and thus it is a very international city. Brussels' main railway station is Brussels Zuid-Midi, Brussels South Station. This station handles more passenger traffic than any other station in Belgium, and besides domestic trains, it hosts international high-speed trains to various different parts of Europe. Trains to France, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Austria, and of course, Germany. And both ICE and Thalys stop at Brussels, although Brussels is the main hub for Thalys. On the other side of the route today is Cologne. Cologne, or Köln in Germany, is a major city in the German state of North Rhine-Westphalia. Not only important for trains, Cologne has lots of cultural heritage and is a popular place for shopping. Now it's time for our first distinction between Thalys and ICE, the route traveled. Looking at this map, we see that both services travel between Brussels and Cologne in Germany, and the ICE makes an extra stop at Brussels North that the Thalys skips. However, both travel at speeds of up to 300 kilometers per hour on the Belgian high-speed line between Leuven and Liège or Luik, and then on conventional tracks for the remainder of the journey, although the tracks between Aachen and Cologne are technically a higher speed line. In terms of travel time, these trains are the same, and they operate in an alternating timetable. What's important to look at is not just this segment, but where the trains ultimately go to. Looking at this map, we see that Thalys starts in Paris, France, and then goes through Belgium up into the cities in the German Ruhr area: Düsseldorf Airport, Düsseldorf, Duisburg, Essen, and Dortmund. ICE starts in Brussels, and after Brussels North and the other stations it shares with Thalys, trains bend south towards Frankfurt using the German high-speed line. So if you need to travel from Paris to Cologne, take Thalys. If you need to travel from Brussels to Frankfurt, take ICE. If you need to travel from Brussels to Cologne, keep watching. If you're thrifty, you may want to let price decide which train you're going to take. Here's the thing though. Both Thalys and ICE cost the same between Brussels and Cologne. You can get fares for as low as 16 euros if you book way in advance, but there won't be much of a price difference. Here's where they do differ though. It's a well-known fact about Thalys that all trains require a seat reservation on any of the routes. ICE has the added benefit that on every route in Germany and abroad, reservations are not required. They're simply an option. If it's busy, it can be useful, although if I admit openly, I've never gotten a reservation for an ICE train seat. And in Thalys tickets, however, the reservation is incorporated into the ticket price and you won't find yourself paying any extra. Whereas in the ICE, if you do choose to get a reservation, it's an added 6 euros in second class. Not having a reservation has the added benefit of being able to take whatever train you like and sit wherever you like as long as it's in the appropriate class. More than price, connection should be what help you determine which train is for you. The Belgian Railways, who are a majority shareholder in the Thalys enterprise, offer what's known as a connection ticket. If you're traveling from Germany into Belgium and Brussels is not your final destination, this connection ticket allows you to travel to anywhere in Belgium for as low as €7.60. On the opposite end is the German Railways. Through them, you can book a ticket to any destination in Germany or wherever ICE trains serve. For example, if you want to go to Munich or to Basel in Switzerland, booking through the German Railways will be more convenient because you can just book a single ticket for the entire journey. If you need more flexibility in Belgium, book Thalys. If you need to travel further into Germany, book ICE. Of course, if Düsseldorf, Duisburg, Essen, or Dortmund are one of your destinations, Thalys, like I said before, is a good option because this train directly serves those places. Then there's the ever-important comfort, and this is where things get a little subjective. Both trains operate at 300 kilometers per hour on key sections, and honestly, they're both very high-quality trains. My personal preference in terms of interior is for the German ICE. There's just something about the wooden motifs, the seats, and the metallic finishing that I find very stylish, and I've always found German railway seats to be very comfortable. However, most of the people that I know would prefer Thalys over ICE. Thalys seats are very soft, very wide, and notoriously comfortable. Both Thalys and ICE offer onboard catering services when there's not COVID. Thalys has a lot of storage room because it serves many airports. But the Thalys trains are older than the ICE train sets. When it comes to comfort, it's a personal matter. As I list the pros and cons of both of these services, our conclusion is that it's really hard to determine which of these is actually better. Basically, it all comes down to whether or not you want a reservation and what your final destination is. Oh, and what time you're traveling, because they do alternate. Anyways, I hope you learned something. I'm very excited to try out this service as soon as possible and just to travel through Europe by train again. But we have so many more cool videos from the United States and from Europe coming your way. So if you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to Trains Are Awesome and support us in that way. We'll see you next time.